It has been a day, and I got so much shit going through my head that I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to say. I'm still trying to process shit and accept shit and practice that fucking radical acceptance that my therapist is always throwing at me. Whew. Yeah, so people that have been in my life for a long time, one in specific. You heard that song by Eminem, like, Forgot About Dre? There's one line that, like, I just keep fucking replaying through my head. You about to turn me back into the old me? Yeah, I've been patient. I've been forgiving. I've been tolerant. I've been forgiving. I keep giving chances. We're at the end of the road. This this specific person in my life. This specific person in my life. They have been in my life for 18 years. Yeah, that one. And they're playing games with me, and they know they're playing games with me, and they have heard stories about the old me. And I just think that this person is mistaking my kindness and my empathy and my forgiving nature for certain people in my life for weakness, stupidity. I have been dragged through the mud for the last time. Like, we're done. We're done. Like, this person who I've known for over 18 years, so they're obviously over 18 years old, just found out they're fucking around with a 14-year-old. Not physically, because you know this 14-year-old lives out of state. But I was like scrolling tonight because I played the game and got access and was scrolling tonight on a computer that's in my house that I bought. This 18 plus person that I've known for a while is saying that I physically hit them, that I'm abusive. And anytime I get emotions that are overwhelming with this person, I go, you know what? I'm starting to get upset. I don't want to say or do anything that I'm going to regret because I've learned that lesson. So I need some space to process some things. And then we can talk. And they're saying that I go after them to multiple people. Okay. They're saying that I abuse them in other ways. Not sexual. We're just going to clear that up right now. But in other ways, they're saying I abuse them. And it is so much projection, because they're actually abusive to me. They gaslight me. They string me along. They lie to me. I have found that this person has sticky fingers. Not out in public, because this person doesn't like going out in public. But, in school, stuff that's over $100. Even if not, there's around a dozen things that I have found. Uses people, manipulates people who don't have the self-confidence, and man, this person can spot it. Oh my God. Because this person's had an example that's exactly the same way. So this person finds people with low self-esteem, bad self-confidence, families that have, made them into the black sheep so that this person can go and rescue them and make them feel better about themselves. But it's all bullshit. It's all fake. Like, because this person's significant others call me. They call me. It's been more than a couple. And they'll be like, yeah, I was talking to this person and, talking to you always makes me feel better. And I'm like, well, that's because I ask you about your feelings and I validate them and I give you advice because I've been in that situation. I've been there. But this person is just void of empathy. Really, really good at faking it. Let's see. So we've got the underage dating. We've got the sticky fingers. We've got, online catfishing. We've got lying in multiple different settings about how abusive I am. We've got lying and controversy about things that have personally happened between us. This person will go and run and tell people stories that aren't true. This person's fucking up. They think they're smart. They think they're getting their way. Oh my God. Because they signed a letter that goes against everything that they're telling other people. Like, I could literally destroy this person. And I know we're all like, yeah, but they're young. I have never seen so much evil in a person that's so young. The delusion. This person knows that I've been sexually assaulted in my past multiple times by different people in different situations. That is one of the top 5 hardest things that I've had to work on, go to therapy, overcome, shadow work, all the works. And they took advantage of that vulnerability. They spent 45 minutes telling me a story about how they were sexually assaulted. And I mean, I've been there multiple times. So experiencing it firsthand, I know how it feels. I know that shame where you don't want to tell anyone. I know that disgusting, degrading, awful feeling you have about yourself when you finally do tell someone. Like, it's so hard to get the courage to speak up. And I get why you wouldn't tell someone or like tell on this person if it happened more than once. And the person that told me that they got sexually assaulted was actually accused of sexual assault themselves, and then was like, no, that's the opposite, like, it actually was me who was sexually assaulted. Spent 45 minutes telling me the story about it, and then me very kindly validating all the feelings they were having. And then, because of the relationship I had with this person, they were willing to let me ask questions and answer, like, did this happen more than once? Why didn't you say anything? Like, why didn't you speak up? Why didn't you tell me? I've been there. Like, remember my stories that I've told you? When I tell you this person, I believed them. Oh my God, I believed them from the very beginning. The mannerisms, the facial expressions, the way this person's eyes were darting around, the things they were saying, the body language, the detailed parts that they focused on. Not about the assault itself, but just like the environment around them when it was going on. I remember that. Like, you kind of hyper focus and fixate in on something in order to kind of distract yourself if it's unwanted. This person was laying down and they had their knees kind of, a little up to their chest. And as the story progressed, I could see them curling into themselves, sinking into themselves. They told me they were mad at someone and wanted to get back at them, and knew I had a vulnerability in that area and used me on purpose. And when I asked, did you ever think that could like hurt me, hurt my feelings? Did you think about any of that? The answer was no. I just wanted to get that person in trouble. I wanted to have somebody on my side to, validate my side and convince everyone that I wasn't the perpetrator. Like, evil. I could literally destroy every aspect of this person's life. And I'm having a real hard time holding back, because normally I'm the kind of person that's like, yes, they fucked up. Yes, they did wrong. They couldn't do any better at the time. And you have to forgive them in order to move on with your life. And what helps with that is having empathy for them. You know what I mean? Like, if you really think about someone who fucked you over, and you're a good person, the life that they're living, it can't be very good quality. If they don't appreciate good people, they're probably attracting shitty people like they are, or worse. And you gotta feel bad for somebody like that. Like, that's how they're living their life. And chances are they're probably not gonna change. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And I know that this person had a close relative that was a sociopath. Like, and I don't say that lightly. Like, that, I feel like too many people throw the term narcissist and sociopath around. And I feel like it waters it down. It takes away its power, because someone who's a narcissist, they're very dangerous. They could be physically dangerous, but like the mental fuckery and shenanigans, it sticks with you forever. Like, I will never trust myself again, or trust anybody else completely. Anybody, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, I could meet the perfect guy for me, and we could be together for 15 years, and I'll still be like, I'm watching how you move. I don't know if I trust you. Because I've been there. Like, I've been there. I've been the victim of a narcissist and a sociopath. And when I say sociopath, that's not actually a clinical diagnosis. The term is antisocial personality disorder. And they can be narcissist. They all are narcissists. Like, you don't even need to classify that. If they have ASPD, they are fucking narcissists. That's just kind of like a package deal, because they don't give a shit about anyone else. They don't have the capacity to. And someday I will get there where I realize that this person, they don't have the capacity to be any different. But like, man, quit fucking with me. Leave me alone. I have suffered enough. Like, anybody who knows me knows that my child's father, whom I live with, he also has antisocial personality disorder. Us fucking empathic people, man, we just we attract manipulative, abusive, shitty people. Real quick side tangent. I heard this, that we seek out in other people things that we never learned in our childhood. So, like, I never learned to be selfish. So I seek out selfish people. Isn't that so fun? So if you want to quit, if you're an empathic, kind, forgiving, love and light kind of motherfucker, work on your shadow side. If you keep attracting these people, man, I am just, I'm hurt. I'm angry. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here going crazy trying to think of all the ways that I could hurt this person. It's just, and I take accountability that I knew that this person, deep down I knew it. But this person held, past tense, a very, very special place in my heart, in my life, in my soul. And like, this was the last nail in the coffin. Like, this wasn't the first time I'm like, I'm noticing some similarities in this person to other people I know in my life. Like, I've seen it. I've seen the red flags. I kept hoping. And I'm telling you, genuine people with narcissistic personality disorder or antisocial personality disorder, you can't really change your personality. Like, they're not going to go to a therapist and be like, hey, I got some fucking problems. Help me get better. No, because they're selfish. They're getting what they want. They're using people. They don't give a fuck. They know they're hurting people, but they don't care because they're getting what they want. Narcissists. People with ASPD, they don't give a shit. Like, some of them are even clueless to the fact that they are hurting people. Like, and I'm going to take a second right now. I am not a licensed therapist. I am not a licensed counselor. No. I am a life coach, which I think since a lot of my episodes on overcoming Amber, I wasn't a life coach then. I think since I got off the radio, I made a couple of YouTube videos and I stopped doing the videos. I'm sorry. I had shit going on. I honestly was very hurt by a situation that was very closely tied to the videos. So I couldn't do the videos. I am going to start again. And I'm going to be back on the radio. I can finally say that. I have been invited to a for-profit radio station that is new. It is based out of Rochester, New York. My chosen family is going to be... They've already started it. Like, it's going right now. But they're going to have a big, like, coming out party. I'm really immature in my head sometimes. So, I have been invited to go back on the radio. I don't know if I'm going to do it weekly. I don't know if I'm going to do it bi-weekly. I'm going to try and find a way to do the radio station or the radio show and record it. Like, fucking brilliant idea. That way it can be on the radio, and then anybody who wants to listen to the replay can listen to the replay, and you guys that are already following me will get to enjoy the content however you want. I'm excited about it because I have lived through hell. Coaching is my dream. Because for anybody who doesn't know, and I think real soon I'm going to do a show, probably a couple of shows on my childhood, my teenage years, my 20s, my 30s was when I had my kid and like was like, okay, I need to change. And that was just fucking horrible because I was living with my kid's father who has antisocial personality disorder. So here I am trying to heal from like trauma. I have complex PTSD and generalized anxiety. And here I am living with this type of person who like, I didn't know what a narcissist was then. I didn't know what ASPD was then. And like, I'm living in that environment. And like, I'm honestly, genuinely trusting and forgiving. For those of you who have known me in like my late teen years and my 20s, I wasn't that way. That was the old me. I'm a very kind person. I try and forgive people. I try and understand people are only doing as good as they can. I understand that everybody's on a different journey. I understand that some people will never in this lifetime heal. And I try not to be spiteful and vengeful, but... So, I wanted to be a life coach. My main one is mindset and transformational coaching, because I did it. I decided that I got the right motivation to do it, and I decided that I was not going to give up. Fought. I fought to get better. I had to do it alone. I chose to do it alone because I was kind of a people pleaser at one point. Those of you who know me now, like, I speak my mind. I say stuff. I try to be tactful about it, but sometimes I'm just blunt. The more blunt I am with you, the more close I consider you to my heart. So, be warned. And I'm going to be blunt with you guys. So I chose during that period of my life to stop dating because I attached my self-worth to the amount of attention that they gave me. And because of my childhood, I picked the most emotionally unavailable guys that there ever were created. And fucking psychos. Oh my god. Most of them were fucking psychos. Not psychopaths. Psychos. I still haven't started dating. I did that when my child was 4. It's been 14 years now. Okay. And then I chose to not have friends around because the way my family of origin was, I was the scapegoat. I was the peacekeeper. I was the caretaker. I was the black sheep. Like, somehow I was like the black sheep and the scapegoat and the peacekeeper and the caretaker. How the fuck does that work? Yeah, I'm that good. I'm good at multifaceted environments where I have to take on different roles. Anyways, so because I took on all those roles in childhood, I didn't know where I ended and other people started, where I started and other people ended. And I decided I needed to go through that journey on my own, find out who I was, become strong enough in who I am. And it was so hard. But I got so much out of it. I'm so lucky and blessed to have had that. It sucked. It sucked. It sucked. It sucked so fucking bad. And because I had to do it alone, and very shortly after I started it, I went no contact with my entire family. Okay. I don't want to see people have to be alone. And even if we're not best friends, I'm here to a certain extent. This is my job. This is my income. This is how I make a living to support my family and my dogs. I love my dogs. I'm like, I have to say this or I won't be able to move on. I found out my one dog, Marley, my stupid one, I got told she was Black Lab and English Mastiff. I just got her genetic test done. She's like half German Shepherd, Pit Bull, and then like an 8th Rottweiler. And I'm like, okay, now I can move on. I also did genetic testing for myself. I will get into that in another episode. We're at a half hour already. Jesus Christ. So, I do this for a living. It is similar to therapy. However, I don't have the red tape to deal with and all the politics, bullshit, rules, and boundaries. I do have boundaries, but they're different. Again, I am not a licensed therapist. I am not a counselor. I am a life coach doing this based off of my own experience and all the things I learned during those 10 years and still continue to learn. I lead a shadow work class. I'm a published author now. Since I've done my last Overcoming Amber episode, I had been asked to co-author a book about rising fearless feminine power. I hope I didn't get that wrong. And it's about turning wounds into wisdom and moving beyond the pain. So that will be out beginning of January. Leave me a comment on here. Contact me, spirituallyinspiredexistence@gmail.com if you're interested in the book. I also specialize in narcissistic abuse and trauma. I don't think a lot of people, and they're very lucky, know the effects that shit can have on you. And because I've lived it, baby daddy is, I pointed over there because we still live in the same house. We have separate bedrooms, but we live in the same house still. And it's about 20 years that I've been living with him. And I was only enlightened to the fact about the ASPD and the narcissism that's associated with that maybe 3 to 4 years ago. I had no clue what was going on. I felt like I was crazy. There was this cyclical pattern of our lives that just made me feel crazy. I didn't understand. So not only have I lived on the receiving end of it, I have greatly educated myself on it. I feel very confident answering almost any question about it. Like, I do have references. I haven't actually asked them to like write anything down and give it to me, or have a website that they can go to write it on, and it'll get lost in my Facebook feeds or my social media feeds. I'm horrible about social media too. Horrible. Because I was out of the house at 15 and a half. I'm 44 years old now, so that was 30 years ago. Right around the time computers were becoming, like, awesome. And I was in survival mode. And then I was in drunk mode. And then I was in take care of my kid mode. Like, I never really learned computers. Whatever. Yeah. I'm also a Reiki master. For some reason, I have this really strange and amazing gift of when my energy mixes with my client's energy, or someone who has invited me into their energetic field and asked for it, my energy and my intuition give me hints and tell me things. And, like, I have to figure out how to put it into words because I receive it as concepts. And I can pick up on certain things that are issues for you. So, there's that. So, lying to me, especially if I know you really well, or you're a client, I can just feel it. I don't want people to lie to me. Like, why? I don't care. So it's an awesome thing that I feel very blessed to have. And then when I do the Reiki, if people want, I will tell them the things that I'm picking up on, which always leads to, like, deep talk. I have become an ordained minister because I want to be able to give pastoral counseling. But I don't like those words. I don't like pastoral counseling. I like spiritual and life advisor. And that's if you want advice. You don't have to take advice. But it never hurts. It never hurts to hear what everybody has to say. You don't have to carry it with you. You don't have to take it. You don't have to implement it. You can be like, that's fucking stupid. But they might say the thing that changes your life. So when I get into these deep talks with my clients, I have multiple different coaching and alternative healing methods that I have decided to learn so that I can more tailor my clients' experiences or their experiences, their journeys, their paths to them. One person might want spiritual advice. Another person might want questions answered, you know? Some people just want to sit there and emotionally vomit and get it out. Everybody's different, and I wanted to be able to accommodate different people. And then I decided I wanted to take it a step further. EFT and TFT tapping, and shut the fuck up. I could not believe how well that worked, even when I did it on myself. I even called my child's father in here, and I'm like, okay, do you have anything on your body that hurts right now? And he's like, yes, my foot. And I'm like, perfect. I want you to follow exactly what I'm going to do. I showed him real quick beforehand, and then we went into it. And I'm like, does it hurt still? And he's like, no. And I'm like, right. I'm like, it's not permanent, but like, even temporary relief when you're in pain is amazing. So, I'm at home right now. Obviously, I'm in my beautiful, literally, head to toe robe, hoodie, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. That one of my wonderful friends got me for Christmas. It's like a fleece warm. Oh my god, it's just amazing. I'm at home right now in my nightgown-ish. But I'm also not working right now. I have to have cervical spine surgery, and I thought my dog had Alzheimer's. Turns out it's just high blood pressure and high protein levels in her urine. And the high blood pressure was giving her headaches and cognitively affecting her. And I know all about that because I'm dealing with like 8 different types of migraines now. I'm exaggerating. It's probably only 4 or 5. So, yeah, I'm at home right now, not working. It's been kind of depressing because I feel like I'm in this holding period where I'm not advancing my career. I'm not starting my career. And surgery takes forever to fucking, like, I'm at like the 3 or 4 months mark of like pushing for, hey, let's get these tests done so we can get going, and I'm meeting with a surgeon, but it's 3 months away. Everything for a reason. So yeah, I think I'll be making more videos for Overcoming Amber and posting them on my Spiritually Inspired Existence YouTube channel. Maybe it's my Reiki by Amber channel. I haven't been on in so long, I don't even know. But yeah, I was pretty pissed when I got on here and showcased all the ways that I could hurt this person that hurt me. Part of me just wants that vengeance and that, like, I am putting a wall up. I am done taking your abuse, and I am done with you, and you don't get access to anything in my life anymore. And compassion. Not letting them back into my life, but not doing the old me shit. We'll see. I already know what I'm gonna do, but I'm irritated that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna, as gracefully as possible, set boundaries. It's very frustrating doing the right thing. Okay. I said everything I wanted to say when I got on here. I said some extra. Until next time, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. See you soon.